ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਸੈਗਮੈਂਟ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮੁਲਾਕਾਤ ਕਰਾਵਾਂਗੇ ਕਾਰਲਾ ਲੁਟੀਨੋ ਨਾਲ, ਇੱਕ ਮੈਕਸੀਕਨ ਰੈਫਿਊਜੀ ਸੀ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਿ ਹੁਣ ਪਰਮਨੈਂਟ ਰੈਜ਼ੀਡੈਂਟ ਬਣ ਗਏ ਤੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਪੱਤਰਕਾਰ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਹਾਲ ਹੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਕੈਨੇਡੀਅਨ ਬਾਰਡਰ ਸਰਵਿਸਿਜ਼ ਦੀ ਡਿਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਕਸੀਕਨ ਲੇਡੀ ਦੀ ਮੌਤ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ, ਲੂਸੀਆ ਬੇਗੇ ਦੀ। ਇਸ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੀ ਆਵਾਜ਼ਾਂ ਉੱਠ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਕਿਉਂ ਇਹ ਹੋਇਆ, ਉਸਨੇ ਕਿਉਂ ਇਹ ਆਤਮ ਹੱਤਿਆ ਕੀਤੀ। ਪਰ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਬਹੁਤ ਸਾਰੇ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟਸ ਦੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਡਿਟੇਨ ਕਰ ਲਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ। ਇਸੇ ਸੰਬੰਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਓ ਜਾਣਕਾਰੀ ਲੈਂਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਮੈਕਸੀਕਨ ਭਾਈਚਾਰਾ ਇਸ ਬਾਰੇ ਕੀ ਮਹਿਸੂਸ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੋ ਹਾਲਾਤ ਨੇ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਸਹੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰ ਡਾਕੂਮੈਂਟੇਸ਼ਨ ਦੇ ਆਉਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਕਿਸ ਤਰੀਕੇ ਦੀ ਟ੍ਰੀਟਮੈਂਟ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇਹ ਕੀ ਮੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਵੈਲਕਮ ਟੂ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ।
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. So, Carla, a little bit about yourself, that you are now, you were a journalist in Mexico and
yes.
now you're a social activist also.
Yeah.
The recent death of the Mexican lady, the suicide by her,
Yeah.
how does the Mexican community feel about it and what do you have to say about that?
Well, we are very angry. We are sad. We are very disappointed with Canada, I mean, and of course with Mexican consulate, because they didn't support the family of Lucia. And with Canada because, I mean, they didn't make anything public, and it's not because the issue deserves to be public and stop with this kind of tragedies. We are very angry because they don't have an answer. I mean, they are just trying to say that everything is okay, and with the investigations, and it's Lucia passed away on 2028.
Right.
So, and she was 3 weeks in different detentions. At the end, she hung herself.
Why? Is there any report about why she hung herself? Because she was detained because of not having proper documentation.
Yeah.
And with passage of time, she could have appealed and probably she could have got out.
Do you know what? Her situation was this. She came in 2009.
Okay.
She applied for refugee status. It was denied.
Okay.
And the appeal and everything was denied. So she was deported to Mexico in 2010.
Okay.
And she back just 7 months before she attempted against her life in a detention center, like one of the journalists of Metro newspaper said, dungeons. He called it like that, and I think he asserts in that.
Right.
So, well, she was in a very deep despair. She didn't want, she had contact with some people, and she said, I prefer to kill myself too.
Rather than this humiliation?
Rather than back to Mexico. So, yeah, so, because there are another versions about the boyfriend.
Right.
Lucia didn't do that for the boyfriend.
Okay.
Lucia was in despair.
So she was in despair and she wanted desperately to be in Canada, not in Mexico.
Yeah, because you know what? Her mother is sick in Mexico.
Okay.
And she was providing support, financial support.
There are many other people in the detention centers in Canada.
Yeah.
Do you have some knowledge about that?
Yeah.
How many people are detained and what are the basic demands?
Well, this information was provided for No One Is Illegal Vancouver, Coast Salish territories, and since 2004, there have been 8,838 between 14,362.
Okay.
We are talking about migrant detentions per year in Canada.
Per year?
Per year, yeah.
Okay.
Per year. And where is all these people? I mean,
right.
Where are they? Who know about them? How are they?
Okay.
They have access, real access to a lawyer, to a call for making calls.
Right.
I mean, we are really concerned because this is not normal. And I don't want Canada comes like in my country. I mean, I love Mexico, but it's Mexico. We don't trust any authority. We don't trust in the government. We don't trust the human rights watchers.
So basically, these people, as you said, in thousands who are detained in detention centers, have they been approached? What knowledge do you have about them?
Well,
is the government just keeping them in the detention centers and sending them back?
Yeah, it's very, the problem is very, very serious because you know what, Canada can detain these people for indefinite time.
Okay.
So even in the United States, they have a law that if in 90 days, 90 days, you don't have any charge, criminal charge, some record, something important to keep you, right?
Right.
They have to release you.
Right.
Canada, there's people who has been 7 years
in the detention center.
Yeah, in a detention center and no criminal record. So why? I mean, this is an immigrant's country and we have to work for this because you know what, today for Lucia, tomorrow for who? We don't want, it's not only Mexico, it's the
so
whole
what
country.
do you demand from the government? Because there is another issue also, that people who are waiting to come to Canada through the proper channel, they are also being, like for example, the immigration class, the point system, people have to wait to 5 or 6 years to come over here. Now they say that if people start adopting the second back approach, then their cases will further be delayed. So what do you say to them?
You know what, I think this is very racist and classist policies from immigration, because they are pushing for labor people just for temporary works, and they are pushing for economical, I mean, people who can invest in Canada, people with the high school levels.
Okay.
So this is not for me something honest, because people is coming basically because they are in need.
Okay. So what do you demand from the government then?
We are asking a transparent and independent investigation from the CBSA, and we want answers as well from the Coroner Service. They are waiting, but it has to be independent, because we don't want just between the police and police playing with the ball. Yeah, so we are expecting this, and what we don't want is nobody else happens for this situation.
How are you trying to raise this issue? Are you approaching the government through protests? Are you approaching the governments through memorandums? What are you doing?
Yeah, well, not only me in my personal cases, Committee for Refugees, No One is Illegal, Civil Liberties, Pivot. There's another organizations in the country that are pushing for this investigation. We are making rallies. We did a vigil for Lucia. We sent we delivered a petition last week in the CBSA offices here in Vancouver. With 7,700 something signatures. Because this is, this is very, it's not only a tragedy. It's an injustice. And no matter the country, I'm angry because she's from Mexico, and I know the reality of my country, and it's not a safe country. Last year, the immigration minister said that Mexico is safe. It's offensive. It's not safe. Just yesterday, they killed a journalist. Again, so
situation is not good.
No.
Thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
To you.
ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਜੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੈਗੀ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਹਾਲ ਹੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ CBSE ਦੀ ਡਿਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਸੈਂਟਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਮੈਕਸੀਕਨ ਲੇਡੀ ਦੀ ਮੌਤ ਹੋ ਗਈ ਸੀ। ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਦੱਸਿਆ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਹ ਮੁੱਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਭਾਰ ਰਹੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਨਹੀਂ ਕਿ ਸਿਰਫ ਇਹ ਔਰਤ ਮੈਕਸੀਕੋ ਦੀ ਸੀ, ਲੇਕਿਨ ਕੈਨੇਡਾ ਦੇ ਡਿਟੈਂਸ਼ਨ ਸੈਂਟਰਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਹਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ ਵਿੱਚ 7-7, 8-8 ਸਾਲ ਤੋਂ ਲੋਕ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਬੰਦ ਪਏ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਕੋਈ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਫੋਲੋ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ। ਇਹ ਮੰਗ ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਕਿ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਿਵਿਊ ਹੋਵੇ ਅਤੇ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਜਾਏ ਉਹ ਕਿੱਥੇ ਖਲੋਤੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਸਹੀ ਫੈਸਲਾ ਲਿਆ ਜਾਵੇ। ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਕਿਹਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ, ਅਸੀਂ ਉਸ ਨੂੰ ਅਪਰੋਚ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ, CBSE ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਗੱਲਬਾਤ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਨਤਕ ਹੋਣ ਅਤੇ ਪਤਾ ਚੱਲ ਸਕੇ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਲੋਕ ਕਿਹੜੇ ਹਾਲਾਤਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਰਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ।